being protective, didn't let the younger ones get involved in the march until it passed by our house. And so we were waiting, and we could hear the chanting getting louder and louder, and it was very exciting because I was 9 years old. Before my brother Louis went to war, he bought me a pair of red tennis shoes. And remember, for us, getting anything new was a big deal. I always had hand-me-downs. But my brother bought me a pair of red tennis shoes before he went. So when I knew that we were going to be doing this march, I decided, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to wear. It's going to be my red tennis shoes. It's going to be in honor of my brother. And I'm going to, and I get really emotional when I think about it. Stop it. But very
emotional too.
And so my brother had bought me these tennis shoes, and I decided to wear them in his honor. And we're getting excited. The march is coming, and my mom goes, okay, go to the corner and wait till your brother, because everybody in there, my brothers and my sisters, there were 7 of us that went. And my oldest sister and myself and my sister that's 1 year older than me, Esperanza, and Rachel's the oldest. Rachel took us to the corner and waited with us. And as we saw, there were lots of people. We were like, is that David? No. Is that Ben? No. Is that David? Okay, there they are. So then we moved in behind the banner that said, protest against the war in Southeast Asia. And everybody was chanting, Chicano power, what do we want? Peace. When do we want it now? So we were walking, marching, going to Laguna Park. It was called Laguna Park at the time. It is now called Salazar Park, and I'll tell you why it's called Salazar Park a little bit after. But we went to Laguna Park, and I was so happy, and we were sitting there, and people were coming up to the stage. We were sitting somewhat in the front of the stage, a few, maybe, I don't know, we could see the stage. We were little, but we could see it, and it was pretty big. I sat, my sister Espy on that side of Rachel. Rachel was in the middle, and I sat on the left of Rachel. And I took off my red tennis shoes. I figured, okay, it's like my feet are sore, they're all sweaty, it's a hot August day. And we took off my shoes, and I'm sitting there waiting for everything to happen. And people were coming up on stage, and they were talking about, you know, any number of things, whether it was the Vietnam War, what was going on in the high schools, and what had happened with education at the time. And there was also entertainment. There was music, and there was folklorico dancers. And the folklorico dancers were about to start. There were some that were dancing in front on the side, and they were going to go up to the stage. And suddenly I remember somebody running up to the stage and grabbing the microphone and saying, everybody get out of the park now. Everyone. And they were yelling, get out, get out. And I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. My sister started pulling me up, and I was like, okay, I got to get my shoes on. And I was able to slip them on, but not untie them and not retie them. They were just slipped on, so my back was, you know, chewing on the bottom of the back of the shoe. And I'm trying to get my shoes tied, and we started running, and I looked to the back, and I could see bottles, I could see rocks and sticks, and I could also see smoke, and I didn't know what that was. But we started running, and suddenly the cops started coming with their billy clubs, the batons, and they started hitting people, and I couldn't believe it. And we ran, and we sort of got lost from all of my other siblings. So Rachel, Espy, and I were together, but we had lost David, Ben, Joe, and Esther. And we were in a corner, we were standing on a corner, and I remember seeing this guy running toward me, and a cop chasing after him, and he got the baton and hit him over the head, and there's blood streaming down. And I started running because my first instinct was to help this guy who's got hurt. So I started running toward him, and my sister grabbed me, and she pulled me back. She goes, no, we gotta run, look. And I turned around, and they're all running at us, and they're shooting tear gas. That's what I knew what the smoke was. They were shooting tear gas. So I started running as fast as I could with my sisters, and we're now running onto Whittier Boulevard. And remember, again, it's a hot August day, very hot. I don't know what temperature was, but it had been very hot that day. And I started, as I'm running, I realized my shoes are falling off my feet. So I lost my shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I get so emotional every time I tell that story. Because it was the shoes that my brother had given me. And they were just red shoes.
But they meant a lot. It was a symbol.
I totally lost everything that day. I lost my sense of justice because the people who were supposed to protect us were trying to kill us. That's what I felt.